Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday morning drop-in meditation with myself, Venerable Dekyi. I've been out of commission for a little while. I hurt my back. There were only two positions that I could not be in a lot of pain in, and that was either standing up or lying down. It's a little bit hard to lead the meditation like that. So anyhow, back on track, and yes, and what a beautiful day it is. Spring is here. Changeable weather is a little bit confusing. You get out clothes for the warm and it gets cold and vice versa. But, you know, that's the teaching, isn't it? Impermanence. Okay, so let's just begin with just settling our body, calming our body. And let's bring our awareness into the body. And let's scan the body for any areas of tension. Because all the great teachers say that if you experience tension, it's very, very difficult to meditate. So bring your awareness to the top of your head. And we're slowly going to scan the body and check if there's tightness or tension. And if we do find this, with the out-breath, we imagine that the tension leaves the body together with that breath and just dissolves into space. So we do this in quite a relaxed way too. It's important not to bring tension into letting go of your tension. So let's move from the top of the head down to the forehead. Being aware of the temples and all the muscles around your eyes. Just relaxing all those muscles. And take a little bit of time to relax the eyes themselves. Moving down over the cheekbones. Coming to the mouth. A lot of muscles there too. And just have a sense of spaciousness, openness, relaxation. Soften the face. Relax your jaws. Rest your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth, behind your top teeth. And just sit for a little while with the sense of the face being totally relaxed and at peace. Move back to the top of the head and travel down the back of the head. To the base of the skull. Check for any tension there. And remember, with each out-breath, even if you're not mentally breathing out tension, with each out-breath, relax more and more. And then travel down the spine to the base of the spine. Be aware of the strength and the stability of the spine. Doing a perfect job of supporting our bodies. Now come to the tops of the shoulders. And also be aware of the neck. Relax, release. Neck, tops of shoulders, shoulder blades. Open, soften, and relax. Breathing normally and naturally. And moving to the front of the body, relaxing the upper chest, the diaphragm, the belly. Don't criticize yourself if you notice some tension. Just observe. And then from the tops of the shoulders, travel down the arms to the elbows. The forearms, the wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands. Go all the way to the fingertips, just relaxing, soft, peaceful. Now coming to the hips, moving down through the thighs, front of the thighs, the back of the thighs, to your knees. And then down through the calves and the shins, to the feet, the ankles, top of the feet, soles of the feet, and all the 10 toes. And now be aware of the whole body, from the tips of your toes to the very top of your head. And just for a few moments, sit quietly and enjoy the feeling of the body at ease. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply being present in your body, here and now. So, from this state of relative calm, I hope you're all feeling very calm now and focused. Let's set a very positive motivation for attending the class this morning, recalling a very basic fact, which is quite profound, but we don't think about it very much. And I do mention it over and over again, but as one of my teachers recently said, important things need to be repeated. So think about the fact that every living being on this planet, just like ourselves, is looking for happiness, however they define it. They want to be happy and they don't want to suffer. So everything that beings do is directed toward this quest for happiness and the desire to avoid any kind of suffering. So we should check and see for ourselves. You know, the Buddha said, don't believe anything. Check it out. So seeing that everyone wants to be happy, let's have our motivation for being here this morning, the wish that any benefit, any understanding we get is not only for ourselves. I mean, it's perfectly fine to wish for your own happiness. It's very important to wish for the happiness of others. Because I'm only one, and there's about 7 billion human beings on this planet. So to be overly concerned with my own happiness and disregard others is not at all logical or appropriate. So let's have the wish that any benefit we get flows on to all the beings that we come into contact with. And those of us who are on the Bodhisattva path, we can just touch base with our bodhicitta motivation, thinking that, may the session this morning be a cause for us to quickly become enlightened, to benefit all living beings without exception. So just take a little bit of time to make this wish very sincere. Incredible altruistic intention encompassing all living beings. Very precious, very powerful. So we're going to move on to do some breathing meditation, and I'm sure you're all familiar with this. I don't know if there's some new people because I can't see anybody. But the whole idea, of course, is to keep your awareness on the breath. Be aware of the breath entering and leaving the nostrils. And every time the mind wanders, be aware of that, and without judgment or criticism, bring the awareness back to the breath. And remember the important points before we begin, that we need to be relaxed, we need to be still, and we need to be vigilant. That is, a part of our mind is aware that we are maintaining our focus on the breath, and it notices when the mind wanders, and without judgment or criticism, we bring the mind back again and again. So off we go. Relaxed, still, vigilant. Move into the practice. So for the next 5 minutes, we're just going to experiment with a technique that can help us if we find it difficult to focus. So what we're going to do is count the breaths. So breathing in and out is 1. And we go up to 10. And if we find that the mind has wandered anywhere, no matter whether we're at 3 or 6, we start again at 1. So let's try that for a little while. Each in and out breath is 1. So it's normal for thoughts to arise in the mind. But what we're working on here is keeping the awareness on the breath. So counting the breaths is one way of helping us to do that. Thoughts are bound to arise, and the secret is not to follow them and not to push them away. So we're going to explore another technique now where if we notice that a thought has arisen, we're going to label it, and that's almost like popping a balloon. So this time, again, focusing on the breath, but when a thought arises, let's give it a label and see if that helps to make it disappear. So the label might be worrying, remembering, planning, daydreaming, whatever label you like. And doing this is another way of showing us that our mind is not used to staying on the breath, and it's always dashing off here and there. And that's okay. We are practicing keeping it focused. So let's try this technique for a little while. The technique of labeling the thoughts. And then, yes, I think they kind of pop like a balloon. Anyhow, see how your experience is. Notice the thought, come back to the breath. So now we can let go of that technique and go back to simply keeping the awareness on the breath. And whatever distraction occurs again and again, bring the awareness back to the breath. have a little stretch now and a sip of your drink. I'm going to have a sip of mine. When you're doing your sessions at home, well, everybody's doing them at home now, it's good not to drink during the session. Drink before and drink at the end. If you're having a little break between two different types of meditation, that's when we should have a drink. So I thought to do a meditation on Tara today, and I hope you're all familiar with Tara. She's a female Buddha, and she represents in particular all enlightened beings' skillful activities, or the means by which they communicate with and guide us according to our ability. And Lama Zopa explained that all actions of the Buddha manifest in the female form Tara to help sentient beings successfully accomplish both their temporal and ultimate happiness. And because she represents action, it's interesting, she's green. Green means go. The capacity to act, to cut through obstacles, and to be successful. She also represents courage and power. So contemplating Tara brings quick results in whatever we want and need. Obviously, we're not wanting to rob the bank and get away with it. We're talking about the things that we need to sustain our lives and to sustain our spiritual practice. She's also known as the mother of all Buddhas, and Lama Yeshe explained this in the following way. This is because she is the wisdom of reality, and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are born from this wisdom. And this wisdom is also the fundamental cause of happiness and of our own spiritual growth. And that is why Tara is called Mother Tara. And in this sense, she is our mother too, because she awakens and helps fulfill our potential to attain enlightenment. So let's move on to the visualization. Again, just relax your body and still your thoughts. And touch base with the motivation that we started with. Thinking that you will do this meditation for the benefit of all living beings. Visualize in the space before you Tara, the manifestation of all that is positive. Her body is emerald green light, translucent and radiant. You can visualize her any size that you like. Her left leg is drawn up and her right leg is extended, indicating that she is ready to rise to the aid of all beings. Her left hand is at her heart in the refuge gesture, palm facing outward, thumb and ring finger touching, and the remaining three fingers raised. Her right hand is on her right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations. So the palm is facing outward and the fingers are loosely pointing down. In each hand she holds the stem of a blue upala flower. She is exquisitely beautiful and smiles lovingly at you. Her clothing is of celestial silk, and her ornaments are of precious gems. So concentrate for a little while on the visualization. Don't worry if you can't visualize her clearly. The most important thing is to feel that she is present and to open your heart to the energy of Tara's inexhaustible loving kindness. She accepts you and everyone else without judgment. Sees us through her eyes of loving kindness and compassion. Just feel her presence. Soak up this positive energy of her love and compassion. Now, think about your problems and your needs and your aims, and make a prayer to Tara from your heart, asking her for help. Just like a mother, she responds at once by sending streams of light that flow into you. White light flows from her forehead into your forehead, and this eliminates all the obstacles and all the negativities connected with your body. So visualize, as we visualize this white light flowing from Tara's forehead, from the brow chakra into your forehead. Let's recite her mantra a few times. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 So think that all obstacles and negativities connected with your body have been eliminated. Now imagine that from Tara's throat chakra, red light flows into your throat chakra, and this eliminates all obstacles and negativities connected with your speech. And again, we'll recite the mantra. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. re tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Now imagine that blue light flows from Tara's heart chakra into your heart chakra, and this eliminates all obstacles and negativities connected with your mind. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 So now let's visualize the three together. So white light flowing from Tara's brow chakra into your brow chakra, red light flowing from her throat chakra into your throat chakra, blue light flowing from her heart chakra into your heart chakra, simultaneously removing all the obstacles connected with your body, speech, and mind, so that all obstacles and negativities are completely removed. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Om tare tu Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re 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 Soha. Feel that you're completely free of all problems and that you have received the inspiration and energy to accomplish your objectives. Now, Tara comes to the space above your head, facing the same way as you. She dissolves into green light, which descends through the crown of your head and comes down to your heart center, your heart chakra, the seat of your consciousness. And as this happens, your mind merges indistinguishably with Tara's mind, and you experience clarity, tranquility, and bliss. Just sit with this. And whenever thoughts arise, come back to the experience of clarity, tranquility, and bliss. So let's finish off by dedicating the positive energy that we've accumulated this morning to the happiness and well-being of all living beings without exception. And I won't be on next Sunday because we're having Venerable Rabina giving some teachings, and it creates a problem if we try to do two programs at once. It doesn't work with the internet. So I'll see you on the following Sunday, and thank you for joining me. And check our live stream program. Tuesday nights we have I have question and answer, and Wednesday morning we have Buddhism in daily life, for daily life, We have very interesting discussions on various topics, so feel free to join in if you would like to. Everyone is welcome. And stay safe, stay well, and take care, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha.